Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? We're back, and it's Bloomburrow time, officially. So, here's the thing. Everybody always asks, can we see a mono green aggro deck or whatever? So we got something for you today. But one of the things I also want to talk about, that this list doesn't have currently any real haste creatures in it, and that's kind of the only thing I don't like about it. But I do like a lot of everything else that it's doing, so let's see if it's good enough. But we're going to hop in and start with Evolving Adaptive. Now, this card isn't particularly great on its own, but now that we have even more efficient creatures for their cost, this can very easily get up to a 4 or a 5 power, so we'll see what happens with this. We do have some hard-hitting question because, cheap removal. Paw Patch Recruit, we're going to try out a couple of these. Now, just as a 2-1, it's okay, but if we can copy it with the Offspring ability, all the better. And it really puts an issue, a bit of pressure on your opponent, right? Because if they want to kill something else, now they start putting counters on things. So we like that. Flourishing Bloomkin obviously works because we're going to be playing a ton of forest since it's a single color deck. We do have some Hunter's Talent. We're going to try out a couple of these. Another new card here. But it is a bite spell, if nothing else, just to remove stuff. But the upside is you can give something trample or even draw cards. So this should be pretty good. We have a Keen-Eyed Curator, just really solid card, 3/3 for 2, and it allows you to remove stuff from graveyards. Sharp-Eyed Rookie, kind of the same deal here as the Adaptive. It gives you the opportunity to grow this creature multiple times throughout the game, but also get us access to more cards, which is pretty big. And since we're putting counters on things, Bloated Contaminator seems like it'll be pretty good at 3 mana, big 4/4, and another 3 mana 4/4, Scrap Shooter. This gives us a way to destroy artifacts and enchantments and just keep playing more big bodies. Now, this is where the cards get a little bit questionable because we're going to play a couple of Bristlebud Farmer, which can help us find something else, so I don't mind it. But I'm kind of debating if this spot should also just be something like Goldvein Hydras or something, but we'll see. And we're playing a couple of copies of Railway Brawler, just to kind of support everything else. Kind of something you can tuck away in case there's a sweeper, then you can play it out and start building a big force. And one of the last new cards in the deck here we're going to try out is Season of Gathering. Now, this is mostly, I would think, in this deck going to function as some type of mini overrun effect, right? We'll put a +1/+1 on multiple things and let them have Vigilance and Trample. However, there are some times that you could remove all artifacts or remove all enchantments, and that would be reasonable. Or just draw a pile of extra cards. With this deck is often going to be 4 or 5 cards. So lots of stuff we're going to be able to do with this, I'd imagine. But we'll see how it works out. We're not playing a ton of mana. We don't have a bunch of ramp spells. So this is just going to be one of those things that if we have the mana when we draw it, it works. If not, it won't. Now, as always, if you like what you see in the video, and I recommend you watch the video so you can see the process of the games and stuff first. But if you do like what you see, we will have a link down in the description. It'll take you over to Moxfield. You can download it, put it into Arena, try it out for yourself. So yeah, new season, Bloomburrow. Let's go see if Mono Green has a reasonable start. Ooh, yeah, we'll keep this, right? We can't throw this back. I mean, we could, it'd just be foolish. The thing I like about this, too, is our creatures are generally big enough on a lot of them that they have to use real removal to kill our stuff. Like, oh, so they're rolling out bats here early. Fair enough. Let's go gadget, get it. I mean, this will probably be where we get some life gainer duder. Oh, wasn't expecting to see this. What is this guy? One, it has Death Touch, so that's annoying. Whenever you gain or lose life during your turn, bats you control get +1, and they gain Death Touch. Well, alright. I'm just going to let you Death Touch a thing here, friend. Yep, sounds good to me. Sure. Then we'll go ahead and play a Bristlebud Farmer. Then after that, we can start playing Scrap Shooters that can just block bats straight up. But if they have removal, maybe they'll use it on these other duders before hitting one of our Scrap Shooters. So they're just going to draw 3, they're losing life. Alright, I'm into that. I guess we're just attacking, and I'll go search for a card. Alright, I guess we're playing a Scrap Shooter either way here. Whoa, you know what? You know what? I'm going to take a Scrap Shooter anyway. I was thinking I was going to take a land, but Maybe I'm not. Because I was thinking I could just play this at some point. But now the question is, are they just going to play a sweeper? I'm going to end the turn. Like, they might get a blocker for one more turn or something, but, like, we don't care that much, really. Alright, remove some stuff from the graveyard. Get an instant. Get a creature. And, let's kind of... Can we go to our graveyard? Get a land? Alright. Not a lot going on there, but... Let's see. We can do this and draw cards. Let's do that. Alright. Opponent gave up. Alright. This is a definite keeper. This can kind of just adaptive rookie curator, right? Not really much to think about otherwise. Hey, you're playing some combo. Always can appreciate opponent going into the lab a little bit, playing some fun cards. Hopefully we see a lot of that here in the beginning of the season. There's a lot of room to experiment right now. Lunar Convict. Okay, I did not expect to see that. That is cool. I can kill that, give them a card. Grow this one less. Yeah, that's probably worth it. Alright. I don't know what total shenanigans they got going on, but they've got to deal with stuff here. 'Cause that's already, what, 10 damage? I probably could have got away with playing a curator there, to be honest. I probably didn't need to do all that. But if that's their play, we're in pretty good shape if all they have is Deep Cavern Bat here. Because the worst thing that happens from here is they play a sweeper next turn and we just get a creature back in our hand, so don't have a problem with that. I'm going to go ahead and draw here, because if we get a fight spell, that's pretty good. Well, we didn't. Alright. Then let's go ahead and attack. I mean, they can go to 1, I was going to say, or give us a creature back. Either way, we don't care. And then I'll just play a curator. I mean, if they wipe out the board, we're getting back a 5/5, you know? Yep, that'll do it. Ooh, okay, sure. This is kind of a lot of mana for this deck to have in its opener, so this could go poorly, especially if they have an early kill spell for our Sharp-Eyed Rookie. But we'll see how it goes. Because drawing a forest there was not the optimal draw, for sure. Alright. Okay. This could be promising. So we can Hunter's Talent the Duelist, right? And then we can attack with Sharp-Eyed Rookie, just see if they block first before we waste the removal. Cool. So we didn't even have to waste the hard-hitting question. Fantastic. Okay. Do we want to just kill... No, we don't. I was going to say, do I want to just kill the token, but I really don't. Yep, that works. Oh, well, that's interesting. This levels up for 2. I think I'm just going to play this guy first. I mean, if they have removal, they have removal. We'll live with it. Because the other option is, then next turn I could just play Keen-Eyed Curator, level up the Hunter's Talent, go to combat, then after combat, get rid of the 1/4. So that's fine. I don't mind that. That seems reasonable. Squirrel's Hive. Alright. So we're just doing the for real toxic thing here. Sure. Oh! Okay. This is going to be an even better situation. So we do this. We will give them a gift, because getting rid of this seems smart. Then we just attack. We'll go ahead and get a card, why not? I actually should have done this in a different order, because I could have grown... I should probably take the scrap shooter. I was just thinking, I could have grown the sharp-eyed rookie as well. I could have just killed something first, then played the scrap shooter. That would have made way more sense. But, situation being what it is... actually, I probably should just get rid of Skrelf. Like, who am I kidding? I can play Scrap Shooter and get rid of the Annex Sentry later. Another Sentry, sure. You got it, fam. And another Skrelv. Okay, then. We're just going to deal with Skrelv at this point. Just let you get to have a Skrelv, I think, is what's going to happen here. I got 6 mana. Got 5. They're at 15. Yeah, let's go ahead and attack. Get rid of that food, because our life total doesn't even matter here. We're not playing that kind of game right now. Alright, so they're going to take it. Then I think what we do here is we go ahead and just play Scrap Shooter. Gift a card. I'm just going to get rid of the one that gets me... Do I just get the one that gets me this Scrap Shooter back? Yeah, I might as well. And then just play this biggin. And now there's choices. Scrap Shooter's been so good so far. Like, this card's excellent. Oh yeah, we're not worried about that. I mean, we literally get to give something else trample here, right? Yeah. So we're going to level up. Because we know what we're giving trample to. This is whenever you attack. Alright. Oh, so it's not at the attack step. It's whenever you attack. That actually makes a difference. Yep, that'll work. Let's keep it. Alright. Curator number 1 on board. Not gonna lie, it feels really good having just big creatures that aren't just gonna randomly die to cut downs early, you know? Let's go ahead, off this dude. We will pay the 2 life, because I'm greedy like that. Play this dude. And we're gonna get in there. I'm hoping with mono green, you can just outsize some of the opponent's creatures. You know, it's kind of the goal. Just saying, cost for cost, our bodies are bigger. Can you deal with them? I mean, that's 6. Bitter Triumph. Sounds great. I'm not even going to bother plotting the brawler here. I'm just going to keep putting huge bodies in the way. Okay. They said that's enough. I was assuming this could be the case with mono green, is that, you know, all the creatures, at least as far as the themed creatures in the set, outside of, I guess, frogs and raccoons, are all kind of smaller. So if you can get your 3/3s, 4/4s trucking pretty quickly, now they have to use removal or 2-for-1 you, like pumping a creature and running it into something or whatever. So, I don't know. Maybe this is fine. We'll see. Alright, let's see what we can do with this. Oh, early life gain. Alright. So these fight spells are going to be super important. Question is, are we going to get to hold on to anything? That's kind of going to be step one in this whole thing. Rough if this is a bat. Okay, it wasn't a bat, so that's nice. Takes some of that pressure off. Now, this could also just be their life-gaining bat here, so they're going to end up with a 4-3. We got to figure something out. Or I say life-gaining bat. The bat that cares about life gain. I should have been more accurate there. Okay. Flourishing Bloomkin. Alright, I'm going to go here. Though, arguably, I could have just played Bloomkin and then killed Zoraline, which probably would have been okay here. Actually, that might even been smarter, to be honest, because I have Hunter's Talent as well. I don't need to be conservative with these cards. It's actually, honestly, that's just a bad move on my part. I should have just killed Zoraline. I think if I only had either of these, then I probably would have made a different play. But under the circumstances, I should have just killed her. I mean, I don't have anything with reach, unless you're just going to pump your dude or something. I don't know what their concern is here. Alright, you got it. Okay, let's see if removal card number 1 works. Okay, then we'll go ahead and play this. And then we're going to attack for lots many. Alright. Not gonna lie, the new cards have shown out so far in the games we've played. Alright. So they have Death Touch and they're +2/+0. Alright. This seems to have been the card of choice for quite a few people playing bats. And not what I would have expected. Let's go ahead and level up. And attack. Put it on here, because, you know, make sure that gets through. Sure. Alright, opponent goes down to 5 in the turn. We get to draw a card. We have 2 big bodies. We've got a Season of the Gathering. We should be good to go here. I mean, I say it. They could have a removal card here too, I suppose. And that could get real big. Wait, can we choose... Oh, we can choose the same creature multiple times for that? I hadn't even thought about that. That's cool if it's true. Alright, draw a card. I was hoping if we drew a fight spell, that would have been it right there. Okay, so these are going to get trample sets. We have 9. They can only block 1, so we put 5 counters. That's 14 minus 5 is still 9. Alright, we'll see if this works the way I'm expecting. Put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control. It doesn't... Alright, I'm assuming I can do all 5 on that, so let's do that. Actually... Yeah, it's fine, whatever. I was going to remove enchantments, but it doesn't really matter here. So we'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And, oh, we still get a bonus one, so sure. Alright, cool. Yeah, I think initially with Season of Gathering, I was of the assumption that... I guess in my head, it was like, you can put one on each creature or choose each creature 1 time for some reason. But you can choose one thing 5 times. So that's more than okay. Cool, I'll take it. Okie dokie, let's keep it. Obviously, we really want to get to a third land at some point. Well, there you go. Right off the top. Attack. Oh, dead adaptive. I mean, if you're going to kill something, you kill a sharp-eyed rookie here, right? Oh, they're going to beanstalk. Okay, well, let's see if we can just outrace their aggro. I am going to... I think we're going to give them a card here. I was thinking I might actually play the Flourishing Bloomkin, but my logic is we can just set up from... Well, I don't know. We'd have to draw a land to make it more worthwhile the next turn, I guess, but this is fine. Opponent's going to 12. If we get a forest, we have a huge force next turn of just all 4-power creatures. Brotherhood's in. Alright. That is the other issue. Had we played this first, we would have run into that Brotherhood's in and would have lost our Bloomkin as well. Alright, opponent's at 7. They can sweep the board here. We still need to draw an untapped land. Alright. Yeah, I was going to say, Ill-Time Explosion is no surprise. That's what we expect to see. Oh, we didn't find what we needed. GG's. Like, that's the game. I could have drawn this to see if I find a land, but, like, that's ball game. Alright. We're not going to recover from this. I mean, we can play it out, but this is the point where we can't miss a play on turn 4. Yeah, that wouldn't have helped us last turn anyway. And then this gets countered, I would assume. Alright, well it didn't. Don't know what that means. I mean, their plan might just be 1-for-1 kill it or something here. Yep. That's exactly what it was. Okay, sure. Yeah, this is the difference of, like, that whole turn just being taken off is so bad for us in so many ways. I mean, you can obviously kill a Bloomkin. It's only a 4/4. Roxanne, yeah, yeah. And then they'll just shoot it probably with another fires. Oh, and a braid even. Alright, you got it. Yeah, missing land definitely hurt. If I had a 5/5, that would have made a big difference there. Alright, little curator. You're at least going to try to hold the fort. This is one of those weird spots where, like, technically we're playing a game here, but we're actually much further behind than it looks. We are not in a good spot here. And at some point, we're going to start drawing lands. You know, that's the other downside. Because we miss so many, like, we have to hit the chunk of land at some point. But, I mean, the opponent's literally played a land every turn. And we've just missed. I'm not even going to give them the thing here. Like, you can just keep the artifact, the cornucopia. Yep, that makes sense. All right, I'm going to go ahead and move on, y'all. Like, this should have been over a bit ago. So, yeah, we're not winning this. Okay, let's keep it. In a way, I kind of hope we get another green land. Because then on turn 3, being able to play an Adaptive and a Keen-Eyed Curator would be awesome. I mean, I feel like if you're going to beat the Boros tokens, this is kind of the only way. You're just going to have to be big and aggressive and, like, force them to do stuff. Though, I'm not sure this is Boros tokens. This is, might just be some type of humans build. Because usually they don't play Recruitment Officer. Yeah, no blocks. You got it. Oh, dang it. I mean, I could Paw Patch Recruit, which wouldn't be terrible. But I think we're just going to do this. And then next turn I could Recruit and Adaptive, which is fine. Like, not particularly great, but fine. Obviously, we'd like to find our 4-power creature here. Looks like there's going to be a case that gets played here, if I were guessing. Yep. That's kind of the good news, I guess. I mean, the opponent's going to have a 3-4 here, so we would need some help if we wanted to kill it. Kind of sad, though. I guess had we played Paw Patch Recruit, we'd have a bigger creature here. Ooh, opponent is just attacking here. Not even saving to block. I would have bet almost anything they were going to save to block there. Alright. Get us another duder. And we'll attack. So now we've got a decent pile of blockers if we need them. We can attack with some creature lands next turn. Obviously, would like something that could grow our adaptives. Like, that would be the ideal situation. But the opponent gives up there. Cool. Yeah, I think effectively we would have attacked, probably lost the Curator. This gets chump blocked. This trades. This is assuming we don't find something else. And then these get through and a land. So, well, you could be able to chump block one of those. So at most we'd have connected for 3, but they would have lost everything other than the Warden. We'd have been left with like 3 creatures. So, yeah, I get it. Yeah, that game felt a little weird. I don't really know what to make of that one. Oh man, I'm gonna mulligan this because like 2 Seasons of Gathering, and it's all we're playing, and we drew them in the opener. Like, that felt a little sketchy. I'm going to keep this, and I'm going to gamble on drawing another land. And those will probably be famous last words, but we'll see. I will say, though, this deck does feel like... Okay, we drew a 3rd land. Feels like it mulligans fairly well. So you don't have to fear the mulligan too much. Alright. What kind of red-black deck is this? Is it Lizards? Or is it something that wants to play a cut down and a Lizard? Oh, Harvester of Misery. Alright. They're going big here. Let's... I'm going to play another one of these. Actually, no. I'm going to play this because if I get an untapped land, I could spend 4 mana next turn, and that's just better. Or even if I get a forest, it's kind of the same thing to pump the adaptive. So we'll see. Okay. we're just going to have to keep doing our a big body thing here. I think we'll go ahead and play this. Hold on to the Bloomkin because it's just bigger. I mean, the removal is obviously going to be more effective against a Sharp-Eyed Rookie, but there's more value to be made having that on the battlefield first. Well, Bat, you're probably taking a Hunter's Talent, I imagine. Yep. I was saying now the... Oh, no, you had more land. Okay. Oh, still just a cut down. So same end result of what I thought was going to happen. Let's go ahead and attack. And I guess I'll go ahead and play this Duder. Okay, that's a good one to have here. So we attack, opponent goes to 4, they'll gain life, go to 6, they'll go back to 7 next turn. Just not attacking doesn't do much here, does it? Alright. No attacks. Well, we kind of went dead there for a minute, so we got to find something else. I mean, that'll let you draw a card, gain a life. I mean, I could double block it, but still, if they're concerned about their life total, they have a couple of ways to boost it up. Also, where's my stuff with reach? That's not it, but you do allow me to attack with a couple of things here. Realistically, I probably should have attacked with Bloated Contaminator there too, but I didn't want to give up that creature. I want to force them to trade for Shieldred here. Now, their hand might just be another Shieldred, and if it is, but we'll see. Alright. I mean, they've been very patient on playing whatever these last few cards are. Oh, maybe they don't have much. I mean, might as well attack with a 1/1. It can't block. Alright, obvious. Oh, it's Duress. Yeah, our hand hasn't really had anything. That makes sense. What else you got? Another bat that at least blocks for a turn. Mount. Okay, that's a thing I didn't think we'd see. Removal card? Sounds good. Down to 3. Alright, Farmer. We got our trampling team on the board. Tiny Bones. We are not worried about a Tiny Bones at this point in time. We are not worried about a Bronco at this point in time. Alright, they go to 4. And they can block 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 toughness. So they would still be alive if they activate their land here. Ooh, and we get another Bristlebud Farmer. Love that. Okay. Alright, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, that game felt pretty good, considering each of these things killed a creature early. They gained a little bit of life off of the Shieldred. We had to give up a creature to that. They had another removal. And even where it felt like we went dead there. I mean, I felt like in the middle of the game, we were kind of just stuck, but we were still able to pull through. So, yeah, just big size creatures. Keyword big. It's gonna, maybe that's what the title of the thumbnail will be. But yeah, keyword big is just good enough, I guess. Okay, we don't have a reason to get rid of this. Is this an opposing just green deck? Let's see. Nope. They are doing some type of graveyard shenanigans with Explore and Seed of Hope. Oh, they're doing serious graveyard shenanigans. Alright, I don't know what's going on. I don't terribly like it. But sadly, we just got to pass here. Normally, I would just probably play a Flourishing Bloom Kid next turn, but I think it's just Contaminator here.
I fight forever. Must not forget the mission.
Right, they definitely want to just keep hitting lands right now. I don't know what they're up to. But sure. We'll take out this dude, I suppose. Alright.
My song ends.
I 100% don't know what's going on right now. Like, I have no... Like, I feel like we're about to get wrecked by something crazy. Oh, this is the graveyard combo thing. Oh, you're a good card to show up on time. We could just take stuff out of their graveyard. Which they obviously want that in the graveyard, because then it enables our combo to tap, untap stuff for a ton of mana. I'm gonna go ahead and play this. And say, have fun targeting things in your graveyard, opponent. Glad I was able to see this and figure out what they were doing. That's a pretty big deal. Just pass? I mean, I guess I can go ahead and target the thing, because I can target again after they target it. So let's start with Kami, because it's the mana. I mean, they can tap to try to remove it in response, and then I'll just stack another target. Yeah, opponent's saying GG's. Alright, cool. Yeah, I think once they realized we had all the mana with the Curator, I don't ever have to cast anything again, and I can just attack with the rest of these. Especially a bunch of 4-power things. And then eventually, with them having lands, planeswalkers, or whatever, this is going to be a 7/7. So I'd be able to clear most of their graveyard and attack for potentially, not quite lethal. I'd be able to attack for 15, next turn. But, yeah, I think between the Scrap Shooter and the Curator, you are getting a lot of versatility that lets you deal with a larger variety of decks, which is pretty nice. Oh man, this hand's really tough with no other threats in it. We're on the draw, so alright, let's keep it. This might just be asking for problems, though. Yep. I almost needed to draw threat off the top. The fact that the first one's a land's already tough. Even if we get one of our 2-mana things here, it's not great. Yeah, then they get our talent. Yeah, this was tough. Kept a bad hand. I'm probably going to get punished for it. But, this is why we play the games. Alright. Alright, that card's going to do a lot of work here, unfortunately. Wow, that's what I found? Oh, that sucks. Probably should have just played Mishra's Foundry there. At least I can think about attacking with it next turn. Yeah, this is one where I just should have mulliganed. Like, this is one of those games you'll chalk up to a loss, but, like, I'm keeping it for the sake of content. But it was a pretty bad hand. Definitely should have mulliganed. Because my hand was effectively just Evolving Adaptive and Season of Gathering, and that's not good enough to win most games. Yep, you got it. I mean, the only good news here is, like, this is probably getting countered, but, like, we've at least not suffered a lot of damage here in the process. Oh, they're just killing one of the creatures. I mean, all right, that's cool, I guess. All right. I mean, that could have been worse. I thought we weren't even going to have a Bristlebud farmer, so that's something. I mean, they could kill our farmer now and copy it with Orzhov, which would be painful. All right, well, Larcenous is probably going to eat our Bristlebud farmer. Makes plenty of sense. I mean, this is one of those cases where, while we are behind, this isn't like a crazy amount of pressure from the opponent. So yeah, no blocks. I mean, we can only survive one or two more attacks realistically, but, you know, we still got some stuff happening. Oh boy, let's see what that last card is. I guess if it's a removal card, we're dead, right? Let's go one. Whoa. Cancel. Let's go 1, 2, 3. And if it just gets countered, we're just toast, or a creature gets killed here. I mean, we only really drew 2 threats this whole game. We do not deserve to win this. I mean, I don't know what you got, opponent, but if you got it, go for it. Okay, cool. GG's. We're dead. Like, we didn't really play anything that game. They can have the win. Oh, we can't keep this. We wouldn't even be playing anything till turn 3 with that hand. That's not where we want to be, for sure. Alright, let's keep this. Way we go with the Railway Brawler, I think. I think the plan here is Adaptive into Curator and then Paw Patch Recruit. At least that's the hope. We're doing this. Man, we got all these new cards to play with. And this is what you decided to do? Like, alright then. I guess you do you, friends. I'm sure they're just going to bounce a creature, attack us for 2 poison, and then we have to play the damage versus poison game the rest of the way. It's okay, though. I mean, sure, I'll block. I mean, you're going to spend the mana to get it through. We're okay with that. Yep. Alright. So then we will... I could grow this and attack for more. Nah, I think we'll double Paw Patch here. I think this has more value. And then I can just play both of these next turn. I mean, if they just have all the cards or we just get poisoned out, we just get poisoned out. Whatever. Yeah, obviously. We know Proliferate's a thing, but we do get to pump some other creatures. So I'm going to put a counter here, and I'm going to put a counter here. Actually, I should have put a counter on the 1/1. Make it at least a sizable fighter here. But this is why we play the Paw Patch Recruit, so we can get a little extra bonus out of it. Alright, well that's all we really needed there. I didn't realize they were down to just 3 cards. So I guess we were in pretty good shape. Because even if they're just letting our stuff through, eventually they're taking 6, 7 plus every turn. And that's a lot. So, yeah. But hey, I'm not going to fault anybody for playing the Toxic deck. It's still good. You'll probably get to take advantage of some decks that are stumbling here in the early going of the season. So if you have that deck, it's still fine. I just would think you want to play something different. But I also get it if you're limited on resources to start the season. But yeah, personally, I'm not the biggest fan of the deck, but it is a good deck, to be honest. All right, y'all, mono green works. I don't know what you want me to say. You Yeah, it did what we wanted to do. And the one game that was bad, we literally just got stuck on 3 land for a turn and then just never really drew much land after that. So not too upset at the overall results. I do think there's a world where, you know, everyone's going to say shove in some Tyvar Stan or whatever, and that's totally cool. If you want to cut a creature or two to play Tyvar Stan, I think it's fine. My initial list, I think that I had in the deck tech when I put this up, had it in there, but I removed those to just play a couple of Hunter's Talents, and the Hunter's Talents showed out. Like, they really did their job. So yeah, not a lot else to say about this other than, like, it's mono green, keyword big is good, and the new creatures, or new cards, I should say, overall, did their job. But yeah, this is the list we're going to post up. It's going to be 4 Evolving Adaptive, 4 Hard-Hitting Question, 2 Paw Patch Recruit, 4 Flourishing Bloomkin, 2 Hunter's Talent, 3 Keen-Eyed Curator, 3 Sharp-Eyed Rookie, 3 Bloated Contaminator, 4 Scrap Shooter, 3 Bristlebud Farmer, 2 Railway Brawler, 2 Season of Gathering, 21 Forest, 3 Mishra's Foundry. And I do want to say that we never really got the Brawler down, so if you wanted to play this as something else, whether it's some type of haste creature, maybe you want just some other bigger creature as a top-end option, maybe this is where you want to put your Tyvar stands, whatever the case is, I think this could be the spot where you put it. Not that I think the card's terrible or anything, but we just didn't really need it in a lot of our games. But yeah, if you want to play mono green, this is a reasonable option. I would also say that if you want to check out some other stuff, it's still early in the season. I made 2 videos about cards you should consider crafting and cards you should not consider crafting here in the early going, so you may want to check those videos out. They've been pretty well received, surprisingly, and I'm curious what you think. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.